So for more on all of this, I want to welcome my guest to the program. She is one of those thousands of people who had to leave at a moment's notice from Wadden Bay in northern Saskatchewan. Abigail Clark joins us now from Prince Albert. Thanks for being with us, Abigail. First, I just want to start by asking you how you and your family are doing today.
Thank you, Arthi. We're safe and we're okay. We're out of the community. And we're just currently watching from afar the destruction that's happening. So,
what have the past 24 hours been like for you? I mean, it must be difficult to even process.
Yes, absolutely. It's been very, very scary to watch from afar what's happening. Everything is just out of control. We're getting sporadic information, given to us. There's really no information being shared a whole lot from our leaders. A lot of it is just from our Facebook Tri-Community page or just friends and family that have stayed behind to help fight fires on the ground. So a lot of it is unknown. We're getting very random updates here and there. So it's pretty scary to watch from afar what's happening back home.
Tell me a little bit about the evacuation, your experience specifically in leaving the community. And I understand that your parents and brother had a different experience from you.
Yes. So I got evacuated from Wadden Bay, which is about 23 kilometers north of La Ronge. So as soon as Wadden Bay got evacuated, I packed my bags and, headed south right away. La Ronge hadn't been evacuated just yet. Our family had been watching the fire for quite a few days prior to the evacuation, and we saw it growing, and along with a lot of other residents in the area too, we saw it growing so quickly. The highways were closed off, so I headed south right away before La Ronge was evacuated, and my family was still behind, some in La Ronge and some in Stanley still. So when the evacuation started, I was on the highway driving through pretty much flames, wondering why La Ronge hadn't been evacuated yet. It's scary and a terrifying experience, especially driving through that fire with children, fires on both sides of the highway and not being able to see, even a few feet ahead of your vehicle and sparks flying everywhere. My family tried to leave La Ronge when the evacuation finally happened, and they couldn't. They resorted to an island and then were stuck there overnight because the waves and the wind was too bad. So they watched the fire burn even closer to town from that island, and family is still back in Stanley, and their only way out is to take a boat to the lake if they need to.
What a challenging time for you, for your family, and also trying to just stay in touch and make sure that everyone is doing okay. I'm wondering, you've had experience with fire and rescue, with the fire and rescue department. How did that help you in terms of being prepared for this extraordinary experience?
Well, I joined the fire department once I came back from the 2015 fire. So, going through the 2015 fire, though, as a resident at that time, we were more prepared. We had more time to evacuate. Medical people were able to fly out and transport patients down south a lot safer and quicker without, basically driving through flames. In 2015, we also had military personnel in La Ronge and bombers flying everywhere. This time there seems to be a really big lack of resources being utilized, which is quite disappointing to see. And just the lack of urgency of the evacuation of La Ronge is really sad to see, because, it really feels like a lot of innocent people are just being put in harm's way for no reason. 2 hours prior to the evacuation, everybody was told not to worry, and then everybody was basically getting out as quickly as possible. So that was pretty disappointing to see.
Do you know what the next few days look like for you?
Just taking it one day at a time, hoping for updates here and there to see what else is standing, to make sure everybody is safe. And just basically one day at a time right now.
Abigail, thank you for sharing your experience, and certainly we hope you and your family continue to be safe in all of this. So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
That is Waden Bay evacuee Abigail Clark. You're watching